Good morning, people. I've come back to Clonell to try for the third attempt to try and get to Whiteburn Shank Cottages, and I'm actually going straight up the valley this time, further up near enough to the top and then bearing off to the left and going over the top of a couple of ridges to get into a valley and then come back down at the main track that I couldn't get into before because of the river ford was just too high and fast running. So I've plotted another route today, and that's what I'm back here for now. So it's just me and the dog this morning, so I just thought I'd make a quick video to say it's 6:38 in the morning. I'm going to be setting off. So back along the valley there, round that right hand bend, over 3 bridges. Well, it'll be 4 bridges now because I'm going straight up into the top of the valleys. So I'm back at Clonell Hall, the caravan site, the outdoors 360 degrees place. And parked in the same place. That car's been there for ages and all, that blue car. Every time I come it's still in the same place. So whether it's broken down, it's one of the old farmer hands that's just left it there, it's rotting away. And there's the old waterfall. It's running 3 tiers of water running down the hill now. So obviously with the melting snow and what have you. So the dog's desperate to get out. So I better get him out and put him on his leader and walk along the bottom valley. So bye for now, people. Heading into KIDLAND Forest. Right, I'm back to the point now from the bottom valley. After crossing the 3rd bridge, you come uphill on the red dust track, which leads to the turn off to go towards KIDLAND Cottages, where there's the S-bend up and up and up to the top there. And there's loads of ice formed on the side of the crags on the side of the road there, look. Lots of icicles hanging down. But this is the point where I'm going straight on and down, and I'll end up going over that new concrete bridge that I passed the other day with Leonie. And then we'll pass the official track going into the forest, where the ford was too deep to cross. So I'll be going straight on from there. Well, there's a signpost there for KIDLAND, pointing left. And that green paint on the tree, EDS, I'll have to try and find out what the hell that means. And it's also on that wooden post there, pointing to the right. It's a vehicle coming down from KIDLAND Cottages now. Right, so onwards and upwards towards the concrete bridge that the dog does not like crossing over. So bye for now. Okay, I've got back to the point in the road where there's a turning point here for vehicles to reverse into to spin round. And there's one of them old ammunition metal boxes on a tree stump there with a chain hanging off it. Some fire beaters there. And I've come to the point where you pass this round homestead on the right, and then I'll be coming to the concrete bridge around the corner in a minute. I'll be crossing that, and then when you get around the corner you can see the wooden footbridge that goes across the river, and also the ford on the left where the official track goes into the forest with a green metal gate across it. And that's where I'll head back. I'll have a look and see how deep and fast the river's running today. It might be a little bit down, so I might be able to get across the concrete ford, but I doubt it, like. But that's why I've got to go straight ahead through the main gate that leads up there and into the forest, and then eventually I'll be heading left over the top of these hills to get into the next valley over, and then head down to the main track that I've got to pass now. But that's the round homestead. Just past it by the hillock behind it. There's one sheep by itself on the hillock itself over there. Otherwise I would have let the dog off. But when I get around this corner over the bridge towards the main gate that says KIDLAND Forest, I'll let him off then. I'll just have a look around and see there's no sheep knocking about. But there's one sheep on that hillock by itself over there. Right, let's get around this corner and see the concrete bridge that the dog's all sheepish about going over. He doesn't like going over them where the splits in the concrete, because he looks down through them. It makes him nervous. But there's the new bridge. It's all like pretty newish concrete. And those trees up ahead is where the main track goes into on the left. And there's a wooden footbridge across, like I say. There's a river just to my right. Run along this bottom of the old trees that's been chopped down. Right, so bye for now, people. Heading towards this concrete bridge. And then just further along, about 100 yards on the left, is the official track that goes into the towards the Whiteburn Shank cottage where I wanted to be. So toodle pip. Okay, so that's the concrete bridge crossed over. So that's 4 bridges I've passed coming from the car so far. And there's a farm track going off to the right up there towards the gate. And that goes up around the back. There's a bit of a forest past the hillock. And obviously it must go uphill over the hills there. Right, so I've just got to go further along this track now to where those trees start on the left. And that's where the official track goes into the forest where I want to be. But let's go and see how fast the Ford's running today and see if the wooden footbridge is still there. So you pass these pile of logs on the left and the road bends round to the left up there. So if I can't get into the forest via the official track on the left with the yellow gate across it, I'll just keep going straight on all the way up. Then I've drew myself a bit of a diagram and instructions of how to get up and over down into the next valley and then come down and back on myself so I can get onto this track that leads towards Whiteburn Shank. So this is my 3rd attempt today, so hopefully I'll get there. So I'm just going along, keeping close to the river there on my left now, and I should be able to see the wooden footbridge. I can just start to see the wooden footbridge now that goes across the stream because it splits into 2. One coming down from the forest and the other one's the main one, which is the same as this one on the left. He's ripping the back off a dead tree, look. What are you doing, son? What are you doing? Right, so about 2,000 yards up on the left there, you can just see the banisters leading up over the wooden bridge that takes you across the stream, because you cannot get across the ford. And here's the snow up on the right, where Leonie jumped up and sunk in it about a foot. Went over the top of her boots to death. I've left him off the lead now because I don't think there's any sheep beyond this point. But I'll keep an eye out as I go. Right, so bye for now, people. I'll start doing a little. I can just see the yellow main gate going into the forest straight ahead there on the left hand side. It's locked as usual, so no vehicles can get through it, but you can walk past it obviously if you can get across the ford, that is. Right, so bye for now, onwards and upwards with my journey. Right, just another short burst video that's looking back to the newish concrete bridge that I've crossed over. That's the 4th one that you come from the car, and I'm panning around now following the river up, and it gets to that wooden footbridge across there on the left. And then just 100 yards up on the left, further past it, you can see the yellow metal gate that goes across the track where I need to be. But I won't be able to get through there because looking at this river here, it's running too fast and deep as usual. So I'll be going straight up through that yellow gate straight ahead where it says KIDLAND Lee on the green signpost. And then I'll be going round to the right. And then eventually I come to like an upside down V in the road where you go around that and you continue up and over. And then you come to like a tight right hand side S bend, you go around that, and then you pass some trees on the left hand side where there's a farmer's track leads off to the left, and that takes you down and round over to the next valley, and then I'll be able to come back down onto the track where I need to be there. So we'll just have to wait and see until I get further on. But I'm going over now to see how fast the ford's running where those concrete square bases are. See if I can get across, but I doubt it like. So bye for now. Right, that's looking back to the new concrete bridge, the 4th bridge that you cross over. Pan around there to the wooden footbridge that goes across the stream. It's like a Y shape. It's this one coming down and another one that's running just beside of these trees coming down from the track here. But looking at the ford, it's not as bad as it was the other day, but still pretty fast running. I think I might be able to plodge across that if I went across quick and go along the track there, but I don't know if it'll be all blocked up and trees across it and this, that and other. So I might take a chance. Hang on, is this slippy? Is it mossy? But it seems okay, so I might take a chance and walk across. So I'm gonna put my camera away in me jacket just in case I slip and fall over. It's not as bad as it was the other day, so I'm gonna go across into the track there. So bye for now, people. Hey, hey, hey! I made it. I just walked across and kept to the right hand side there. Coming across, and it was like a little bit mossy, but it wasn't too bad, so I just plodged across as best as I could, as quick as I could, so that the water didn't go into me boots, as you can see. That's the good thing about these lace-up leather boots. If you pull them tight, it keeps all the water out, because the tongue's in with the shoes, so basically there's nothing can get in. But this is where you come through the main forest gate. There's a series of 4 padlocks on there now, so I think somebody's trying to tell you that don't want any vehicles getting in here. 4 padlocks. Right, so that's basically the trees that I was trying to get past the other day after I crossed the wooden footbridge. This first section of trees here. But as you can see, it's just total zigzag of trees that's fallen. So we got to the far corner there, and I thought the only way I can get across is to actually walk across one of the big trees that's actually walked across, but obviously I couldn't get the dog to do that. So this will be interesting to see what it's like for along this track. I think it's, straight away I can see another ford straight ahead. That's great. So that's the secondary stream that you've got to get across. So let's see how deep this one is and how bad it is to get across. So I've conquered the first one, but I might have come into a more fast running one. Nah, this one doesn't look as bad. As long as there's no really slippy green mossy bits where I can slip over. No, I'm just going to go for it. Here we go. This one's a little bit faster than the first one, so you've got to keep your feet down on the ground, otherwise you'll get pushed over. Right, so that's that stream passed over. As you can see, it goes down there towards those trees, so it's blocking out the whole lot. So to get through the main gate there, you've got to wait for the water to subside a bit, which I've done. And now I'm actually on the main track, which I wanted to be, and I thought I would have to go right up in the top of the KIDLAND first and come over the top to get into it. But as you can see, there's loads of snow about still, where the sun hasn't got to it yet and hasn't melted. But great, I'm on the main track now leading in, so I just follow this all the way around towards Whiteburn Shank cottages. And I'm in strange territory now, I've never been up here, so it'll be nice to take all this in. Look at the trees, look. Absolutely beautiful. And that's looking back the way I've just come in from the main road through the yellow gate and that, and over the second ford there. So bye for now. Right, that's looking back to the main yellow gate that you come through from the main road where the ford is, and then the second ford. And I'll pan round and show you that you just basically follow the stream all the way up, and it just snakes round and round and round. And there's loads of ice still on this track where there's slight bits of water running down from the hill, and it's all frozen over. So you can hear the crispy as I'm walking across the ice. I hope he doesn't cut his pad again like he did the other day when we came up here. He went running fast, and I think he tried to stop himself on the ice and sliced his pad, so he was bleeding in it. Some warning signs for the out now where they do the harvesting as usual, where the dog's running now. I'm all excited because I'm getting across the fords, and I'm actually going up this path which I've been trying to get up for the 3rd time. I've tried to get to it from the KIDLAND Lee Cottages Road to the Y shape at the end, and went down to the right, but it was too snowed in. I tried to come across this way, but the ford was too deep and running fast, so I couldn't get across. So today I've actually getting on the main track which leads us to Whiteburn Shank cottages. So I'm a bit excited. Looks like there's been somebody along here with a bike or a motorbike or one of those fat wheeled mountain bikes, because there's 2 tracks going through here. And many footprints where people like me have come through as well. Right, so bye for now people. I'll save me battery. I'm just doing a bit of video to show you that I'm actually getting in to do the main track coming from the official gate which comes in the forest. So toodle pip. I'm just looking up to this clearing in the trees on the left of the track, and it's going up and up and up and up, but there's loads of trees falling across this bit of a tiny stream that's coming all the way down the hill as well. And I've just noticed on the left hand side there's some red spray paint arrow on the tree, so obviously that's going to be one that will be chopping down soon. But I've just come off the path underneath these trees so I'll get a better view up that hill there, and with all those trees that's fallen across this little gully where there's a stream running down. And whoever sprayed that red arrow on that tree has also sprayed a tiny little bit on the edge of the tree here. See if I can capture it for you. Where is it? Oh, here. Just there on the edge of the leaves here. So he must have just done it for a joke. Sprayed that tree, and then walking past he's just sprayed a bit more on the end of those nettle pins. Right, that looks like an old bunch of wheels bending over. It's weird. Trees growing up from the roots. On all like green, mossy, boggy, I don't know where it is. But back onto the main track in the snow. And there's those warning signs further up, obviously saying that they're harvesting trees. Right, it's really thick, crispy snow here. So I hope I don't get into difficulties 3/4 of the way up this path if it's like this all the way. It starts getting deeper and deeper and deeper, the snow. But I'm going to keep on going because I'm not going to fail again. But I'll let you know as I get further on. So bye for now. Right, I've come up level with this warning sign that's posted on the side of the road here, warning forest operations. And then just further around the right where the road's bending down to meet a concrete ford again. So this is the third ford I've got to get across. Well, this one doesn't look as bad. It's a nice solid concrete ramp, and the water doesn't seem to be running as fast. Well, I'll let you know as I get down to the bottom. There's some more of that red spray paint on the edge of those leaves as well. So they've obviously been along here with a red felt spray paint marked off the trees that they're going to be chopping down. Right, so onwards and upwards across this ford and see how fast this one's running. The dog doesn't mind, he gone straight across. Look where the moss is and where the best possible driest point. Basically straight across the middle, I think. So here we go. Come on, son. Come on. Away. Come on. Away. Just stepping as I go, so the power of the water doesn't push us over. He's gone across it now. So there's some dead trees across there. So that's the third ford I've come across from coming into the pathway. Right. Now as you can see, everything's still really deep covered in snow so far. Well, that's looking up the stream going round to the right there. So like I say, you just follow the stream all the way up. Hey, no, I don't want you going in there. No, no, no. Good boy. Right, so onwards and upwards with my journey. So bye for now. Right, after getting over that third river ford, the concrete ford, I've come to the point in the right hand side of the track here. And I'm looking up the hill, which is one of the ways I thought I might have had to come down to get down at this bottom track. But there's a big bald patch further up there where there's no trees growing in the middle. And there's loads of like loose slate stones just over there, the top of the ridge. And one of the ways I thought I would have to come down to get onto this track was to go further up the main track, then double batter myself through the back of these trees and then come downhill to get onto the track this way. So I'd bypass the first ford that I couldn't get across before the other day when I was here with Leonie. But luckily I'm on the main path now going along. So eventually I'll come to a Y shape in the road where if you take the right it goes up the forest in a bit of a valley, and if you continue straight on it leads you right round and right up to Whiteburn Shanks Cottage. And if you go up and over the top of there, that takes you to KIDLAND cottages, because obviously there's a pathway leads down from the corner of the cottages. As you go past the cottages to the right, there's outhouses, and then there's a farmer's track comes down into through these trees here. Someone brings you down into here somewhere. But I'll be looking left and right as I go along this track to see where they are for future reference. But that there looks like an old gate post, a big thick post there. There's another one just the other side of the river over there. And there's some fence posts here where the wire fence has just been pulled down or fallen down. But that's looking up through the baldy patch of the trees and the slates over there, the grey slate. And that's looking ahead of where I'm going. Right, so bye for now.